All right, we've got our hero highlight today with Larry in studio. We Care Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Solar. How are you?
Clint, how are you?
Doing very, very well. Now, I'm excited because, Greg, you and I, we always talk about, and in the past with Larry, actually, about the Hero program, but we're really going to dig in for you, the homeowner. I'm talking to you on the radio right now. We're going to dig in and tell you just how simple this process is with Larry.
Yes, and we've talked about Hero a lot, but today we really want to make it simple, break it down, and really explain the whole process, how easy it is, especially with a company like We Care Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Solar. Larry, it's great to have you on.
Thanks, Greg.
And well, why don't we start out, the initial application. People think of financing as just a daunting situation.
It can be scary.
Yes, and with Hero, it's not like that at all.
It's really easy. I mean, our guys and ladies are out at the home, and once we get to that point with the homeowner, when they're looking generally at heating and air, but sometimes solar, plumbing, large plumbing jobs, tankless water heating and such, and if folks need financing, the first thing truly that we always go to is Hero. It's been a fantastic program over the past several years. I mean, our company, we've done literally thousands.
Now, Greg, but you want to start from the very beginning, right?
The very beginning. And I know that We Care is not your normal contractor. I mean, you're very customer driven and you really hold their hands. And even with the financing with Hero, you do everything. So in their home, you talk about upgrades first, right?
Yeah, we'll talk about the upgrades. And once they make a decision, if they need financing, we immediately talk to them about Hero, and it's very simple. We'll either have a laptop or an iPad sort of a thing, and it's on there, and our guys are sitting there right in the home, and they open it up, and they walk the homeowners through. Just not very many questions to answer. It's fairly simple.
Okay, but it starts with the initial application, right?
Yeah, that would be the application
And you,
process.
the homeowner, know right away, like in seconds, how much you qualify for, right?
It takes a very short amount of time. It's very quick.
Now, Greg, you've gone through this process, so this one's for you, actually. What do they ask on this application?
I mean, basically, it's name, address, area, zip code, social security number, and pretty basic.
It's that simple?
It's that simple to get the initial approval and know how much you can, what upgrades you can do. It's almost instantaneous.
Yeah, the beauty of the Hero program and what has really helped the economy really as a whole is it's not the individual that is really qualifying. It's the home that qualifies. And when Greg mentions your Social Security number, they're not doing a FICA score check.
Right.
They're looking at the home, and there's an algorithm that they use. And
they want to make sure. Yeah, they want to make sure you don't have a criminal background like me.
There's a combination of things that they look at, but it isn't your credit. It's the home and the home's ability to appreciate with those upgrades, right?
That's correct.
And
okay, so real quick though, I have a question. So what you get back is a yes or a no, and then what's the next step then there?
Well, we fill out the paperwork. Now, at We Care, and I can only speak for our company, we actually have a person in our office who's dedicated to handling all of the Hero financing that comes through our office. And Jessica, who actually was on the show one time about, I don't know, it was probably close to a year ago. Jessica,
very nice lady, yeah.
And that's a critical part of it because your person knows what to send Hero. That's all behind the scenes. The homeowner doesn't have to worry about that. You call out the product numbers and get that all dialed in.
Exactly. Hero has a list of products, and there's lots of them. Not just heating and air, but
there's like 60 categories and over 1 million products within that.
How do you know what's covered?
Well, we know. And our guys, when they're in the home, we have a list of the products that we sell on a regular basis, and most of them are covered under Hero. Not all of them. Some of them don't meet. Some of our products don't quite hit that energy standard, but people, that happen to want that. So we're not going to tell them they can't have it.
And I know you have a very unique relationship with Hero. You're a channel partner, and I'm sure that you have you're daily having contact with them. And there might be new products that come on that you vet through them to make sure they'll be covered, right?
Exactly. Yeah. In fact, we have, and I don't know again if all of their partners have this. We have our own account rep who's in our office almost weekly training our people to make sure that all of the people that walk into our customers' homes are fully understanding all of the processes of Hero, so that there's no misunderstandings and that everything just runs very smoothly.
I'm glad you bring up that point, because just like your company, Hero is very cognizant of making sure that the homeowner has a good experience. They have price controls. The contractors don't get paid until the work's done, all for the protection of the homeowner, right?
Yes, and you want to talk about protection. What I love about Hero, and I hate to say this, I'm kind of getting to this point in life, but Hero has a department that, and I'm not sure exactly what the age cutoff is, but they protect seniors.
You're not a senior, Larry. Come on.
3 years.
But that's
2.5 years.
That's so
Yeah.
important, though, because probably if you look at people that get ripped off the most, it's the seniors.
Yeah, and Hero is very aware of this, and and I'm not sure where they get the information, if it's off their driver's license or whatnot, but if somebody is a senior and we sell them a deal and it's a Hero deal, Hero contacts that homeowner directly to make sure that all of the processes were followed, that they completely understand what they signed before they actually fund that loan.
So that's almost like a independent consultant.
That's an advocate. That's an advocate. It really
Yeah.
is.
Yes.
It
Much
totally
much like we are to you, the homeowner, as well. That's why our marriage with Hero goes so well.
Absolutely. So I know that you help your clients with the whole process. So let's go to you've identified the upgrades. You've submitted it to Hero, got approval, green light, ready to go. What happens next?
Well, our team comes out and they install into your home, Greg. I understand you might be looking for a new heating and air system, and we are the company for you. We will be out to your home, and we will get that new system installed. Once it's in and you're happy, you sign a completion certificate, and that completion certificate is submitted, and then at that point, and not until you sign that certificate, are we funded on
Now,
that.
it's funny, too, because as I'm sitting here listening to Larry talking to you, the homeowner out there, he's so calming. It's almost like I trust you from your first sentence.
I want to buy from him.
Right. Not only do you have Hero backing you up, the approved home, all this stuff that backs you up, but here you are, Mr. Calming.
He's the unsalesman, right?
You won't find me in the home.
All right. So the work starts, it gets underway, and then I don't know if there's other questions before, but I'm wondering about completion as well.
Well, and that's what he just said. Is so there's a completion certificate is meant to help to protect the homeowner, because you're not paid until the homeowner signs off on it. So you finish the job, the homeowner's happy, the homeowner then signs the completion certificate, sends it in, and then you get paid, right?
Correct. And that's where Jessica in our office, she steps in at that point and she handles that. And if homeowners through the paperwork process have any questions, again at We Care, they're going to be talking to Jessica, and she's an expert.
And in most cases, up to this point, you've met with the clients, you've designed the upgrades, you've helped them with the financing, you've got it approved, you've installed the work, and you've received zero at that point.
That
right?
is correct. Yeah.
I mean, where else are you going to get improvements or remodeling where they're installed before you pay a penny?
Absolutely. And there's another thing here. We're talking with, if you're just joining us, our Hero Highlight, We Care Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Solar, about how the process works with Hero from start to finish and how simple it is. Now, if you've been listening to this at home and you're thinking, well, I don't want to go online. You can. You can go to approvedhomepros.com/hero and find out all about it. But if you're listening and you're like, no, like my dad, he doesn't want to touch a computer. You can call 844-GO-4HERO. That's 844-GO, the number 4, HERO. And you can even ask about a company in the process about like We Care Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Solar. It just depends. But now the work is complete. Okay, guys?
Right.
So what about payments? So how does that get put on your tax bill, I wonder?
Being that I am a Hero, not only do I endorse Hero, but I just had a Hero project completed, I know these answers. And what happens is, depending on when the last tax period ended, if you did your improvements in June, late June, after the tax cutoff, you have up to 18 months before anything's due. And the way it shows up is it's on your property tax bill. It's all seamless. Hero handles everything. And then twice a year, your payment is built into your tax bill.
Okay, so it's easy then. You don't have to do anything as a homeowner. and then you'll see it on your tax bill. How does it show up? Do we know the answer to that question?
Well, it's a line item on your tax bill.
Okay.
Yes.
And then, okay, so, and then can you pay it off early, I wonder?
You can pay it off early. And, there's 5, 10, 15, 20-year programs that you can choose from. But let's say you just wanted to do 5 years, but pay it off in 2. That's totally possible.
All right. And again, we're just talking with our hero highlight, We Care Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Solar. Larry is in studio, so you can pay it off early without penalty. And now what happens, guys, either Larry or Greg, if you sell your home?
Well, I'll speak to that one, too, because we put our rental house on the market. And 2 weeks ago, like I said, it has Hero improvements in it. The real estate person at Hero who helps facilitate those sales called me up to assist, and I connected him with my realtor to make it easy so that the potential buyers know what they're getting. And there's options that can happen, but it's definitely an asset when you have Hero improvements on your house.
If I could just jump in, into this conversation, it's kind of interesting the way Hero has evolved over the years. The story goes in our office, anyways, that We Care was actually the very first contractor that ever signed on with Hero way back in the day. And I don't know if that's legend but we're told that that's a fact.
Either way, you're deeply ingrained, and that's a good thing.
It'd be nice to get that application for your wall display or something.
We have our channel partner thing in our trophy case. But anyways,
now real quick,
where I was getting with that is that over the years, Hero has been very proactive. Every time they've got a little issue, a blip on the radar or a little bump in the road, they, just like what you're talking about, this real estate department they have, man, they are so proactive about putting things in place in their offices to, correct any kind of issue that might exist for a homeowner.
Okay, well, listen, Larry, We Care Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Solar. We are talking with them as our hero highlight. Give us a number for folks to contact you.
Oh, thank you. It's 1-800-COOLING with a C. Very simple, 1-800-COOLING.
All right, it's the Hero program, 844-GO4HERO. If you want to work it out that way, you can contact We Care Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Solar as well. Again, our hero highlight, and 844, I said the number already. I am doing theapprovedhomepros.com/hero. Wow. And now I need coffee. Larry, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Larry.
Thanks, Greg.